right, here are my top 10 point guards for the upcoming fantasy season. At number 1, Stephen Curry. And when you look at Stephen Curry's numbers, he has a chance to threaten LeBron James and Kevin Durant for the best fantasy numbers of all. He should not be available in your league past about the 4th or 5th pick. He should be taken that highly. I think he's going to flourish under Steve Kerr and continue giving you the goodies he's been giving you for years. Number 2, Chris Paul of the Clippers. Yes, he has fallen below Stephen Curry. Paul, for years, was the number 1 point guard in fantasy basketball. Some consider him the greatest point guard in the NBA today. There have been years where he's been the number 1 overall fantasy player across 8 categories. He now drops down to number 2, but he should not drop into the bottom half of the first round. He should be a front half of the first round guy this year, 20 and 10, lots of steals, lots of rebounds, and should have a great year for the Clippers. Number 3 is Russell Westbrook, and I'm a little bit concerned about the recurrent knee injuries that we've had over the past couple of years, but I think taking a summer off from USA Basketball is going to do Westbrook a lot of good. And I'm bullish that he's going to play 70, 75, hopefully 80 games. Remember last year, the numbers were good, but he wasn't playing the second of back-to-backs. It was very weird, very tough to use Westbrook. That's not going to be the case this year. He's my 3rd point guard. Coming in at number 4, John Wall of the Washington Wizards. Now, some of you are saying, what, over Kyrie Irving? Here's why. The assists for John Wall are very high. Obviously, the scoring around 20 points per game. He's a rebounding point guard as well, and the steals are there. The difference with Wall, he got the field goal shooting to about 43% last year, hit well over 1 3 per game. That, to me, is what moves John Wall past Kyrie Irving, who has a tendency to be injury-prone. Which brings us to number 5, Kyrie Irving of the Cavaliers. There's no question he's going to score the heck out of the ball. He's going to come up with a lot of threes and steals. The question for me is what happens to his assist total? For years, we've wanted that number up around 7, 8, 9. That's not happening with LeBron James on this team and being the main facilitator. I see a lot of catch and shoot. I see a lot of playing off the ball for Kyrie. I see his assists in the 5 to 6 range, but that's still good enough for number 5. Coming in at number 6, Kyle Lowry, who had a breakout season last year for the Toronto Raptors. Now, there's a lot of other star point guards who are below Lowry on this list, but Kyle Lowry totally exploded as a 3-point shooter last year, setting the Raptors' single-season franchise record for threes made. Obviously, about 18 points, about 8 assists, and a ton of steals. And Kyle Lowry is determined to play through injuries. That's probably the main reason why I love him. Number 7 is the reigning Kia NBA Most Improved Player, Goran Dragic. And yes, Isaiah Thomas is there. Eric Bledsoe has come back. But Goran Dragic is the backbone of this team. He is the thing that makes it all go. So I don't see Jeff Hornacek really pinching into his minutes. I think Isaiah Thomas is going to be the guy that has a drop in minutes because Dragic and Bledsoe are the dudes there in Phoenix. Goran Dragic is ridiculously efficient, hits a lot of threes. He's got a good assist total, scoring around 20 points. He is safely in my top 10. And at number 8, Ty Lawson of the Denver Nuggets. And to me, he's one of the most underestimated players in reality and in fantasy. Fantasy geeks know what's up. They know about the high field goal percentage. They know about the really good free throw percentage, the assist, the scoring. He hits threes. He steals the rock. The only thing Ty Lawson doesn't do is block the ball. We're not mad, right? He's a point guard. Don't sleep on Ty Lawson. He should be about a 3rd or 4th round pick to you in your fantasy league. Coming in at number 9 is Damian Lillard, and as I was doing these rankings, I wanted to put Lillard higher. Problem is, he's not a big assist point guard. He's really a shooting guard in a point guard body. You know, it's going to be about 5, 6 assists. That drops him down a little bit. Also, he's not a big steal guy. It's always about 1 per game. There are a lot of times you look at that box score, you watch the games, you're like, where's my Lillard steal? The thing that gives him great value and keeps him in the top 10 and makes him a 3rd or 4th round pick is the points and the threes, and that should happen again this year. And rounding out our top 10 for fantasy point guards this year, Rajon Rondo of the Celtics. The ACL's not a worry anymore. Proved that at the end of last year with great numbers, flirted with a triple-double in April. Thing is, he's got this broken left hand. But the thing is, he's only going to miss about a week or 2. This guy's a walking triple-double, probably in his last year in Boston, probably auditioning for somebody to come get him out of there. He's going to be fantastic. Loading the stat sheet with the points, rebounds, assists, and steals. And the shooting percentages have been climbing year after year.